All right, everybody, welcome into Stack, presented by Pintail Hunting Club. We've got Noah Thomas with us, Kendrick Rogers, former A&M wide receiver, going to be helping me out here. How are you, my friend?
Doing great.
I know you're doing great. Let's talk about that game because, that performance to me, it's like all these reports we've been hearing, Jimbo, the way he talked about you, the stuff we've seen, the amount of work you've put out there, you put it all on display. How did it feel to be able to do that game one?
Felt great. Just going out there with my teammates and balling out and seeing all my other teammates succeed too. It was a great feeling.
Kendrick, I know you had something.
He put on for the G's. He did what, I expected him to do. I've been telling people since the summer workouts that you need to watch out for number 3 out there, Noah, because he's going to put on the show regardless. I've seen him in summer workouts. I've seen how he works. I've seen his routes. I've seen how he catches the ball. So I wasn't surprised at all.
So the one thing that I noticed during spring, and then even a little bit more in fall camp, how much size you put on, how much muscle. How much size did you put on, and can you tell a difference now when you're pushing folks off?
I put a little something on, probably like 5 pounds. I just hit 200, so I was proud of that. And then, you feel me? But, summer workouts was great. We was all grinding every day, great vibes. Some new players adding great energy to the team, so it was just fun.
Give me a little insight to the huddle, right? So you guys are in there, you're cooking, Evan's cooking, everybody's cooking. Mm-hmm. What's Connor like in those moments?
He locked in. He a gamer though, so like he just anything called, it's gonna be a play, like a big play. You feel me?
Does he see things developing? He's like, all right, this time I'm gonna come to you.
I feel like from the play call, the hot route, so you feel me? Everybody get all anxious and stuff. Like I almost get to smiling in the huddle. Like, oh yes, it's here it goes. Feel me?
So how did you feel after you caught the first touchdown? Like when did you know you were on game?
For sure, that first touchdown, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be one of them. Yeah.
Isn't that you got a little taste of it at the end of the season, but now you're thrusted into it. You're one of the dudes, and to be able to do it when this team, this community, this fan base needs it, and you were able to deliver, that's got to be the most satisfying.
Oh yeah, they was crunk walking into that stadium. Gave me the chills all over again. It was great to be back.
You mentioned at the end of the presser, during the presser, about the chip that this team has. How about your own chip overall? The dissatisfaction with the way people perceive this program.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I came in the spring ball with a chip on my shoulder, so ever since then, I had that same mentality and just keep having my head down, keep grinding, and show out on the field.
So how was the energy with the whole G unit? I know Craig was probably hyped up, yelling, doing what he do best, but what was the energy like for y'all?
Every time we come to the sideline, we crunk, we turn, just congratulating each other because every play was another dude doing something, so it was just – yeah, it was great.
Follow up to that, because I feel like you have to have your ego has to be left at the door when you have a wide receiver room as good as you guys have, right? Mm-hmm. So one day it's going to be you and Evan cooking. It could be Moose. It could be Anais. There's a bunch, right? There's some young players that it could be their turn. So talk about the egos in that room and how happy people are regardless of their own stat line.
I feel like once one person shows out, it pushes another person to oh yeah, now I got to make a play. It's just that energy in the room and competing every day in practice, it's going to make us great.
Was there a point where you're like, I might get 4? Because, it came close.
I ain't going to lie, yeah. Once I got that third one, I was like, I might get 4, 5, 6 in the second half. But, I was just play by play, and if it happened, it happened.
So this week you got a big game against Miami. Are you going to change anything? Are you going to stay consistent? What is your process going through this?
Just, stay consistent. We got to grind in practice, get that time in, these new plays, whatever's going on, we're gonna make it happen.
One of the things that I think is, I guess the point about this offense is we've been told it was pretty vanilla what we saw at New Mexico. So does that mean against Miami we might dial it up a little bit more? So we haven't even seen what this can do, right?
At all. That's a couple basic plays we were scoring off of, so we got a lot more cooking up.
So how do you scheme up, or not you personally, but what is still out there when it comes to using Anias and using you and using Evan? What are just a little preview, not too much gameplay, a little preview.
I don't know.
Well, he did say, Coach Petrino, feed the studs, and that seems like that's the game plan, right?
It is, yeah. Shoot, even a running back room, I feel like all around the offense, we got weapons and we can use them at any time. So if they, they all in the box, we gonna let it fly. So then if they got the DBs doing their thing that game, or they changing coverages and messing with our head, running backs gonna tote the rock, just like that.
I got one question. When y'all did y'all celebration, what did Craig have to say? Because I know he had something to say.
We went to the sideline. We hit the celebration too. We was turned.
Well, what about the tempo that you guys played at? It seemed that in years past we'd seen it go a little slower. This was quick like that. Very few times did we see the play clock get past 10.
Yeah, we in practice, we do them 2 minutes. I know y'all used to do it too.
Faithfully.
Yeah, we used to do them 2 minutes, and we getting better and better at them every time, and keep moving the ball down the field. And we got to put it in the end zone every time we touch it. That's our mindset. So what Connor say, every time on the sideline, every drive, we got to put it in the end zone. So that's just the goal.
Let me tell you one part that excited me. You're calling timeouts at the end of the half. You could have easily not called those timeouts. You guys didn't score, but you were in position to score. As a fan, I loved it. What about as a player? Coach gonna let us get some more.
Yeah, he just wanted to run it up. Prove the point that we can lead this offense, and he was doing it, making them play calls.
So how different is it this year with the new offense compared to last year?
It's not too big of a difference. I feel like we added a couple new plays. We move guys around a lot, so it's like anyone can shine from any position. So just having that depth in that receiver room is great.
I don't want to say it was a flawless performance, but it was pretty close offensively. What jumped out at the film that you guys, as a unit, could do better?
We got to come off the ball every play, even on run plays, make everything look the same, and transition. If a guy fumbles, we got to be on it. We all got to run to the ball. So just having that transition and everybody flowing to the ball, we got to keep that up.
Here's a question that I don't like asking, but I got to ask. This team has struggled on the road the last couple of years. How much of an emphasis is it to start because I feel like this is a new story, a new chapter, a new A&M team with some of the same faces. How important has that been stressed? We've got to do it on the road. We got to do it every week.
I haven't been thinking like that or thinking about that, but we're going to be dialed in, locked in, and we got to start it off right with the first away game. So, yeah, we got to go turn up in Miami.
Do you have anything that you want to improve in from last year's game against Miami till this year?
For sure, we gotta block more. Feel like they got off a lot of blocks that could have been bigger runs, but other than that, yeah, we just gotta go at them.
So, look, you guys are used to big games because LSU, Bama, you name it, Miami last year. But it's kind of cool though. You got Texas and Bama going. You got you guys going right before. I think all eyes are going to be on this. The U is known years ago, when I was a kid, but for being really good. Your thoughts on having all these eyeballs on you guys?
I feel like pressure's a blessing. If you don't got pressure, what you doing? But all eyes on us, so we got to show out. That's how we thinking every time.
When you get a 4th spot, you're going to come back and do another stack for us?
For sure.
It's coming, right?
Yeah.
Kendrick, do you want to end it with anything?
Just keep putting on for the G unit. Keep doing your thing. I was proud of your performance. I was proud of the offense.
Appreciate you.
I can't wait to see what y'all do this week.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate you, sir. All right,
Yes, sir.
Stacked with Noah Thomas.